Eris has a new toy. He loves his new toy. It's not a mouse. He had the mouse before. That's his favorite toy, but this is his favorite installation. Okay, so I'm knitting a sweater for a friend. I'm knitting a sweater. This is just a sleeve, and because it's gonna be you will see later on, a little bit of beige and a little bit of orange as well. So but because I'm only knitting one sleeve at the time, I have to every time write down the number of the rows, because I don't have a row counter, and I don't want to be counting rows and then maybe I miss one. So what I'm doing is I just write down the number of the row that I'm in, and then when I finish it, I cross it. All right. So you see. So 5 years ago, when I moved into my first Moroccan place, I had a huge electricity bill because my heater was electrical, as still is. And then I came up with a cheap way, because I couldn't afford the more expensive ways. I taped all the windows because they weren't very well insulated. And what I also did at the time, I thought it was a very clever solution. I put the sheet on the door of my room because I had to keep the door open because of the cats. So that the heater wouldn't be heating the whole place, but just my room. And 2 months ago, when I moved into this new place, the first thing I did was I put the sheets on my bedroom door and on this door as well. And I thought that I was being resourceful because, I found a nice life hack that would actually make my electrical bill, well, it would actually heat up the room very quickly, and the room would stay warm for a long time. All right. But it was a couple of weeks ago that I found out, somebody mentioned,
I'm not so poor that I have to put sheets on my door.
And I was like, what? Is this a sign of being poor? Am I poor? I don't consider myself poor. I just thought that I was being resourceful. And also I'm not in the same position as I was 5 years ago, so I can afford a little bit bigger electrical bill. At the same time, you know, I have to keep the door open for the cats, and I want to save electricity. I don't want to waste energy. You know, just being green in general as much as possible is, I think, a good life principle. So what I realized is that I'm not poor, but maybe I am resourceful, but I'm definitely cheap, because I think that just by putting on sheets, I'm kind of cutting maybe the electricity bill for 100, 200 dirham. It's not a big deal. But I'm always thinking, if I can do this, why not, huh? So I guess my character has changed in the past few years, because I didn't care about, you know, how much the electricity is gonna be. It was just that I was tight with the budget, so I couldn't afford it. But now when I can afford it, I'm still thinking in the same way. So now I'm defining it as being cheap and not really resourceful. But anyway, it's something I like. And now that I'm making videos, I actually realize that what it gives me is the sound proofing, and it absorbs the sound very well. So that's why the audio is much better when there is something like a sheet or a blanket on the door. All right, 2 rows are done. The cats want to go outside. They don't like being closed up here. Let me see if I can get them here. Pusa, pusa. Pusa. This was actually here. Oops. This was actually here. But then I realized that it's a little bit dangerous because he could get hit easily. Lupe! Yeah, like this. But then Lupe likes this side, and she would pull on this side, and he would tug on this, and then somebody would get hurt. So I disjointed it. Lupe, touch it, Lupe. Push up, push up. Huh? He likes this for some reason. She doesn't like the mice. So that's why this is Lupe's part, and this is Eris's part.